Hi guys, come on in, grab yourself a seat and sit down, and I'll be with you shortly here. I'm doing the equivalent of putting your dirty dishes in the oven for company. I got just a couple of housekeeping things here to do real quick. I share this to a couple of groups, and that's what I'm doing at the moment. And as soon as I get that done, we will dive into it. What I'm talking about tonight is there's a pattern. There's a three-step pattern for selling your goods or your online opportunity, for selling that online, and I'm gonna go through that with you. So just hold on a bit here while I share. My mouse is jumping around. It's nothing worse than a jumpy mouse. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Vern? Okay, and the computer's being slow, so we'll wait. So yeah, there's a three-step pattern for selling either your product or your business online, and going to talk about that. It's not going to be a very long video. It's fairly short compared to a lot of them that I do, but I think it's worthwhile. It's worthwhile for you to stick around. Okay, so there's one of them. We'll get the other one here real quick. I only do two at a time because I'm not very good at multitasking, and so it takes me a little bit. And of course my computer doesn't multitask very well either. Okay, just about there. Hold on just a second. One more group here. Because I'm sure a lot of you wonder, what's the best way, to sell my stuff online? You see so much of people selling things online. You go through your news feed, and it's some of the groups you're in, especially the online marketing groups or the work from home groups. It's just post after post of buy this, buy that, join my team, join my company. And my computer is acting like it's froze. You never know what's going to happen with online. And it says it's not responding. So I may forget. Oh, here it goes. Now we're going. It's just slow. Okay. Two more clicks and we got it. And we'll start this. And like I say, it's going to be a shorter video than normal, that I normally do. But I think it's important. I think it would really help you out if you're trying to do some online marketing. Okay. I'm going to move over here because I'm a creature of habit. I like to do things in the same place all the time. We'll get this set, ready to go. Okay, my name is Roger Cox, and you probably already know that if you've been watching my videos. If you don't know that, my name is still Roger Cox. I know it's an old joke, but I use it a lot. So, a pattern for selling your things online. You can use the letters BES, BES, and that's an acronym for build for B, engage for E, and then finally sell for S. BES, build, engage, sell. A lot of online marketers kind of have that. I was going to say they have it backwards, but sometimes they just skip the first two steps and they go straight to the third step, which is sell. And you see that all the time when you go to especially an online marketing group in Facebook or a network marketing group on Facebook. It's you scroll through there and it's post after post of, like I said before, buy my product, join my team, join my company, and it's like one big long billboard sales thing. And that's how a lot of people try to sell things online. And it works if you stick with it long enough and you're willing to sort through all the stuff, but it's not particularly efficient, because as soon as you post something on one of those groups, other posts come in on top of it, and your post drops to the bottom of the timeline, and nobody sees it unless they specifically search for your name. And how are they going to know your name to search for it? So here's a better pattern. Build. What you want to do is to build your audience. That means build up a group of people who know who you are, who like your videos or your online content, and will look for it. You're looking for people who fit your target market, because you can't really just sell to everybody. You need to have a target market that you're shooting for. So you figure out your target market, and you figure out a way to build your audience around those people who are most likely to resonate with you. And of course, the bigger your audience is, then the bigger pool you have to draw from. There's 7 billion people in the world, and 1 billion of those are on Facebook. And unless you get a viral post, you're probably not going to reach all 7 billion, but you could, reach, a few thousand of them. And so if you had a few thousand that you could pick your prospects or your customers from, that's a good contact list. And so that's what you want to do, is you want to build your audience. You want to gather people into your tribe. I hear that word a lot. I never used to like it because it sounded kind of touchy-feely type thing. But that's basically what it is. It's a tribe. It's people who have the same culture as you, that think a lot like the same things that you think. They're people like you, and that's what a tribe is. So I'm using the term even though I don't particularly like it. So you're building your tribe or your audience. I prefer the audience. And as that audience gets bigger, then your circle of influence gets bigger. So the first step was build. You're building your audience, and there's ways to do that. And if you're interested, get in contact with me, and I can hook you up with some ways to do that. The second step then is to engage. And actually, in my mind, the first two steps, build and engage, sometimes there's not a definite line between the two. They kind of merge into each other, the building and the engaging. So with the engaging part, what that basically means is once you have an audience, and it's growing, you need to engage with that audience. That means you need to connect with them. If they like a post of yours, and you message them, or you go to their Facebook page, you start building a relationship, a connection with them. You start engaging them. You have conversations with them. You interact with them, and in that way you're engaging your audience. But the more important thing is they're getting to know you. They're getting to know who you are, what your quirks are. Quirks, that's a quirky word. But they get to know you, and hopefully they get to like you, and also to trust you. Now, of course, there's going to be some people that are going to come onto your video or whatever, and they're not going to be interested at all, and you'll have a lot of 10-second or less views. 10-second. People won't watch your video very long if they don't resonate with what you're saying. But that's okay, because those aren't the people you're looking for. You're looking for the people who are looking for you. So the people your tribe, the people that you're attracted to, the people that resonate with what you have to say, that's your audience, that's your tribe, and that's who you're looking for. And that's who's going to hang around for your videos. They're going to read your posts. And as they do so, you start to, like I said, engage with them. You build up a relationship with them. Because at that point, then they are not dealing with some stranger that's on the web or on the net, and they'll feel more comfortable with some sort of a business relationship with you. Okay? So you build your audience, and then you engage your audience, and however you do that, there's different ways of doing that. Some people like phone calls. Some people do Skype sessions. I think I mentioned the telephone, but there's email. There's just being friends on Facebook. There's all kinds of ways to engage your audience once you have that audience. And once you have a big audience, you have a bigger pool of people that you can engage with. And guess what? That leads to the third step. And the third step is then once you've built up an audience who know you, who recognize you and trust you enough to have a relationship with you of some sort as a customer, or perhaps even as a team member in your business opportunity, then you're in a great position where you can actually sell to them. It's easier to sell to someone who has a need for what you have, and who already knows who you are. Because face it, when you go online on a computer, you're a little hesitant to do business or to give personal information with some name on the computer on your screen that you have no idea who that is. You might never even heard of them before. It's just a new name, and they're asking you to join their team and to give you and for you to give them your information. whether that be your address and phone number, or it could be even as much as banking information. So they're not as likely to deal with you if they don't know you. You need to learn. You need to build your audience. You need to get that audience to know who you are enough that they will trust you, and then you have a good chance of selling them to whatever it is that you have to offer them, provided it is something that they need. And as you engage your audience and you begin to have a conversation back and forth, you can begin to discern, what kind of needs they have and whether you're even able to help them or not. So that's, again, quick video, but that's the pattern. It's build your audience, engage the audience that you've built, and then when there's an opportunity, you can then sell to them. And unfortunately, too many online marketers get that backwards, and they start with a sell, and sometimes they don't ever even get to the engage and the building the audience. They just splatter stuff out there and hope somebody buys it. And there's, like I said, if just be in the customer's shoes. When you're online looking for something and you see some name that you don't recognize, you don't know who they are, you're a little more hesitant to do business with them, either as a customer or as a potential teammate. They're more apt to do business with somebody that they know, somebody that they trust, and even somebody that they like. If they like you, they're more apt to do business with you. So that's a pattern. Build, engage, and then sell. Don't do it the other way around. I mean, you can do it, but you go through a whole bunch more people that way. It's just not efficient. You can make a bigger percentage of the people be your customers if you put a little thought into how you get those customers. Or you're gathering people who think like you, who have the same culture. Your audience is what we call it in the business. You're building your audience, people who will listen to you. And so that's my video. I got one thing I want to give to you tonight. As many of you know, I'm in the business of offering education to network marketers and to online marketers, and I've got a link to something that's going to help you a lot. If you're having trouble getting prospects, I think this information is going to help you. A lady she was a stay-at-home mom, and she was broke, and using some tips and some strategies that she has, she was able to double her income in a very short amount of time. And she's put that information made it available online, but you do have to have the link to get to it. And I'm going to give you the link. It's Roger Cox, that's me, Roger Cox. I'm not the one that wrote the thing, by the way. I'm not the single mom. So rogercox.getprospects2buy, and that's all one word. GETPROSPECTSTOBUI. rogercox.getprospects2buy, and that's .com. And she'll give you the information that she used to go from a single mom who was broke, who was not making it, and she was able to double her income. Well, she more than doubled her income, because double zero is still zero, right? But she was able to just massively improve her income, and if I'm not mistaken, she actually went full-time with it at one point. So go to that link, get that information. It is $7. The information inside of it is well worth it. So go to that link, get the information, and once you get that information, don't sit on it. Use it. Use it in your own marketing, and then even better, teach it to others. Teach it to your team members. If you're a network marketer and you have a team below you, teach it to them. Help them to increase their income and to increase their sales, which in turn is going to help your sales, right? As the volume flows up through the chain. So that's my video, short one. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, my name is Roger Cox. I have more stuff at rogercox.net. I encourage you to go to there, and if you want to keep up to date on what I post, there's a place on there where you can subscribe, and it will notify you when there's new things. My Facebook page, I encourage you to go to that too and like it, because as you like it, then you'll get notifications that when I post something new. The Facebook page is www.facebook.com with a slash, and then my name on there is Health and Freedom with rogercox.com. And if you put that in the search bar up there on Facebook, you'll probably come up with it. So I encourage you to do that. I hope you got some value out of this. If you did, share it with your teammates, share it with people you think might like it. And I encourage you to talk to me. Send me a message. Let me know how I can help. In addition to this link that I gave you, I got tons of stuff that I can share with you. Much of it free. Some of it is paid for stuff, but it's well worth it. Get in touch with me. I'll hook you up. I'll tell you a little bit about the system that I use to market online and how I keep track of the customers and stuff. It's a good deal. So get in touch. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you at another time. Bye.